There's one secret you never told your ex.
That I hooked up with someone else.
I cheated.
I cheated.
Jesus.
This is crazy. How many times did you cheat?
4.
4. How many different dudes?
3.
Guys, welcome to Better Bachelor. My name is Joker with a face for radio and a voice for print. As you can see, I'm back in the cabin again. I got a nice little fire roaring. I think it was today. It was about 60 degrees. Tonight I don't even remember what it's supposed to get to tonight. 39, which is not as bad as the 5 degrees that the temperatures were the last time I was out here. So I'll be out here, hopefully, out in the cabin from here on out. And I wanted to keep monitoring how the house progress is coming along and the solar panel install and all that stuff. So nothing better than to be on site. I'm using my headset. I tried my mic the other day, and when I go to edit, I find it leaves blanks of like where I'm talking, but no audio is getting processed by my board. So I'm not sure if it's the board or my microphone. So I'm using my headset again. I'm going to try to make this sound as nice as my stand mic that is about $400 more expensive. But that's why I'm wearing this get-up on my head. Normally I just use this for my live streams. So a viral video shows why men are right to criticize modern dating. It's not the gal in this picture, but she does have something to do with this video. And this gentleman is kind of what you would maybe describe as what women would like. He's got a nice, deep, resonating voice. He's relatively successful. He's good looking. He's tall. He's kind of all the things that women say that they like. And so these gals, they line up, and I guess it's a dating show where the women can pop the balloon if they do not want to match with him. So some of them did that. And then he's got a toothpick, I guess, and when he's walking down the line, if he decides he doesn't want to date them, he can pop the balloon. So we're going to tune in on this dude meeting up. And I think this is what a lot of guys are finding out, that maybe he was, I don't know, maybe he was a bit of a player. Maybe he had some fun in his day. And you can see here already, there's a couple gals. This is the hostess in the pink there. And you can see that the gal in the black and white pattern here has already popped her balloon. But the rest of these ladies are waiting to meet this fine gentleman. And listen to what this guy finds out. And this is millions of views on Twitter. So I thought we'd share it because this is what guys are finding when they're ready to, quote unquote, settle down.
Do you already have kids, is my question.
Yes, I already have children, and I do not want any more.
Okay.
Yes, I do have 2 kids, 2 boys, and I don't want any more either.
Okay.
Nope, I have no kids, just fur babies. That's about it.
I respect it, yeah.
7 to be exact.
Damn.
Yeah, 7.
What does this consist of?
Yeah, let's
so
do this.
I have 6 Maltese and a Chihuahua / German Shepherd mix. Yeah.
Are all the poodles related?
Yes, 2 of them are the parents. So I have.
Notice here, first thing is the first woman has popped her balloon, as has this one and this one and this one. These are all single ladies. It's not like they have a ton of options, but even this guy wasn't good enough for them. What they're looking for, I don't know. But when women say, well, I just want a man who's all the things, even this guy who seems to be relatively successful, well-dressed, good-looking, he's got a nice low voice. The ladies love that. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, yeah.
So a lot of them already popped the balloon. So now his choice is mother of a couple, another mother of a couple, this lady who's got 7 dogs.
The mother and the father, and then I have, unfortunately, the puppies that I was unable to get sold.
And she's got hair like a rooster. For those of you just listening, it's orange and spiked up on the top of her head like a rooster's crow.
Makes sense.
And then I kind of got used to them. I had them for a while, so they're family now. So those are my babies.
Again, I respect your answer. I dig that.
All right, let's go right down here.
I do have children. I have
3 children,
Okay.
and they are young adults.
Okay.
And I am not looking to have any more.
Okay.
It is my time.
I hear you.
I'm
You right.
traveling.
Yes.
I'm traveling.
You in your era. I ain't gonna hold you. I feel it.
Yeah. I have paid my debt to society, okay?
Okay.
I have made my contribution.
I hear you.
That's it.
Okay.
All right. Okay, so based off of that, what are we going with? And you got that toothpick on your ear.
Yeah. No, I ain't forget it. I ain't forget it. 2 more or just 1 more?
Yeah, let's go with 2 more.
Damn. Okay.
Talk about a Sophie's choice. This poor dude, he's just kind of like, well, do I take crazy rooster hair that's got 7 dogs, or a woman with kids, a woman with kids, a woman with kids, or a woman with kids? Now, this gentleman looks to be in his 30s. Maybe he's young 40s. It gets harder for me to tell as I become ancient and old. But these ladies look to be late 20s, early 30s. What is a guy to do? So anyway, obviously, a lot of people had comments about this. And so it's a Sophie's choice. He doesn't really want any of them, but he picks one. And this is...
Okay. So, Ashley, did you have any questions to determine if this is someone you do want to proceed with?
Yes, I do. Do you want children?
Yes.
I'm not having no babies.
I know.
She's done with it. So, obviously, she's like, do you want any more babies? And he's like, yeah, I'd like a family of my own someday. And she's like, bang, pop, I'm out. I'm done having babies. So, out of all these women, half of them reject him. And the ones that haven't rejected him, and this is what I wonder, and I'm just guessing because this is all the clip that I have. I wonder if all the women that pop their balloons say, I don't have any kids, I got options, I'm still shopping, I can do better than him. I don't know that's their mindset, but half of them are out. He's tall. Again, he's taller than most of the women in the room, except for Miss Roosterhead over here. With the spiked up hair and the 7 dogs. And who's left? Single mothers. This is where it seems that many women are going. Now, I normally save this to the end of my videos. Normally I just do this for the locals. But I'm going to do this, and I'm going to jump in and do it ahead of time, which is the dating profiles of the day. Why? Because these ages here, we have 29, we have 20, we have 20, we have 27. So these ladies are they're not anywhere near the wall. They're young, and they're done fooling around. They're done having their fun. It's time to get real and get serious, guys. Ironically, I did not download and make this little collage. It was posted up on 9gag. It's on 9gag, which is a meme site. Guys are sharing this stuff, and they're making fun of it. She's 29. She's a ophthalmic. I'm not sure. I've never heard that. Ophthalmic technician. She says, let's make this clear. I am not, and I repeat, not looking for a hookup. I'm in this for the long haul and not just random hookups. It's time to settle down at 29 years old. Hey, good for her. You know, it's always nice to see a young lady deciding, hey, I'm going to get into a relationship while I'm still in my best years, and, you know, I'm ready to give my life to a good man at 29. The next paragraph says, I am a single mother of 3 amazing children.
Ding, ding, ding. What do we have for her, Johnny?
There it is. There it is. She's a single mother of 3 children by 29. I have 2 beautiful girls. One is 8 and one is 5. I also have a son who is 2 months old. Say it with me, everybody. These little beings are my world. They are my heart. If you don't like kids, keep swiping left. You might love kids. That's the crazy part. You might love kids. You might say, my gosh, I'd love to have a family. An attractive, beautiful, successful 29-year-old. Well, you can have a family with her. It's just someone else's family. The guys didn't stick around. And what bothers me so much, the Daily Wire is on their red pill kick again of why men are evil, and because they're not getting married and they just need to do the manly thing and settle down. dude, this is our choice. These are our choices. High body counts. They already have kids. They only want to get married for a short period of time, and then they want to do their brave and stunning again and roll out on the family. And yes, we can make fun of the guy. We should shame the guy that gets a woman knocked up and drifts off into the world after 2 months. But who says she didn't dump him for child support or child custody? We don't know the truth of it. Now, it's very easy to say it's the guy's fault. Maybe it is. But if that's the type of guy he is, she didn't do her proper vetting before having a family with him. It's just as much on her. Now, this gal, she's cute. She's 20. This one right up here. Yeah, 20. She's cute, 20 years old. I don't want to F. I've F'd like 60 guys in 2 semesters.
I don't think so.
I don't think so.
I don't think so, sir.
60 dudes in 2 semesters. She says, I need love, mother effers. As a goddess, I am very romantic, but can be a deadly seductress when needed. I carry myself highly. I don't F around. Well, by definition, yes, you do. Literally, you F'd around 60 guys in 2 semesters, which I believe a semester in college, it's either 3 months if you have 4 quarters in the year, it's either 3 months or it's 4 months if you don't count the summer months and you only count the fall, winter, and spring as, I don't know, because I didn't do very much college. I took some classes, that's about it. At 20 years old, she's ready to settle down because her body count is through the roof, and now she wants love. But she still refers to herself as a goddess, and I carry myself highly. So if they're not a single mom, they're a boss bee that's got an attitude and a high body count. When these are your choices, and I wasn't going to talk so much about Daily Wire, but I am going to mention this. Ben Shapiro, they just did one of their shows, their Daily Wire shows, where like Ben Shapiro and Andrew Klavan and Michael Knowles and Matt Walsh, and they all get together and talk about the world. And it's an interesting show from a conservative standpoint. I don't agree with them on everything, but they do hold some, I don't know, interesting points. And what was their point this time around? That the red-pilled men we're bad. We're wrong to convince other men not to get married. And they even admit, yes, the system's set up to screw men, and it's set up to disparage men, and that it can ruin men. But that shouldn't stop you from getting married. I mean, if they were doctors, I would say it's malpractice to give out that advice. Until the courts change, until things change, you shouldn't get married. And they say, well, you're going along the same line as the feminine. When this is your choice, when this is the choice of the majority of women that are out there, or they don't have all the issues, they get married young, and then they do what women can do, like they did to various men, which is, I've never had my youth. And I see all these women going out there and hooking up with ultra hot guys and having these quick hookups and these, it's like 50 shades of whatever. And they get all hot and bothered and they bail on their family and their husbands later in life so they can go out and get the experience. Feminism has told them they're missing out if they don't go out and have all this fun. And so they either have the fun until it's too late and they got the family or the body counts, or they don't do it. You do get married and are with a good woman until one day she realizes, if the woman leaves, she gets to keep the cash. If you leave, she gets to keep the cash. If she cheats, she gets to keep the cash. If you cheat, she gets to keep the cash. Do you see something wrong with this arrangement? Because I think a lot of guys do. This gal right here, 20 years old, covered in tattoos. I'm not here for games. I'm 20 and, wait a minute. I'm not here for games. I'm 20 and I'm expecting a baby in April. Looking to find someone to chat and kick it up with. If you ain't ready for me and my child, don't even message. I only like black men. Now that sound was not for, it's not because she only likes black men. I just realized that as I hit that button. Some of you might take, it's not that she only likes black men. It's that she's literally pregnant, obviously with a black dude's kid, and he left before even having the child with her. Not a good selection in men, not a good man, first of all, not a good man. Secondly, not a good choice in men. And now, congratulations, my black gentleman. This one's all yours. Just at a drop of water, instant family. She already comes with a package deal at 20. Again, to the Daily Wire and all those Goombas, this is what they're telling you to do. Here's another one. 27, 4 children, ready for something different. Of course you are. Of course you're ready for something different. Feminism, when Ben Shapiro and Matt Walsh and these guys are out there and they're all attacking guys for not getting married and not getting in relationships. And then we turn around and they say, yeah, but you can't find the good women. And they say, well, good women are out there. I'm married to a good woman. Steven Crowder once said that, and of course now he's divorced. The issue that they run into is even if she is good in the beginning, even if you married a foreigner and brought her here with you, the mind virus that is feminism gets like worms in their brain. And pretty soon they believe the hype. And you say, yeah, but who's telling them this? Is it their coworkers? Yes. Is it the news? Yes. Is it news media, movies, TV shows, college, commercials? Everything saying that men are trash and women can go out there and level up and don't settle and get your best. How's a guy supposed to fight back against that? And ultimately, here you go. You get the women that are, like in the first video here, undateable, that this guy doesn't want to have anything, or they don't want him. Or you have this. Now, this has cringe music behind it, unfortunately. You'll hear here. Because it's supposed to be sad and we're supposed to feel bad for them. But we don't. This is a pretty woman. She's pretty. She's got a good jawline. She looks to be in good shape. And it says it's impossible for women after 40 to find a boyfriend. That's not true. That's not true. There's a lot of guys that are my age, 50, that would say, wow, she's 10 years younger than me, and she's pretty. I might want to go out on a date with her. But see, men like that are invisible to her. It's what this should say is it's impossible for women after 40 to find a boyfriend like the men I've been sleeping with. That's what she should say. Because 20-year-old men, 30-year-old men, 40, 50, 60-year-old men will all sleep with her. The men that she wants to have as a boyfriend, the men that she wants to have in a marriage, doesn't want her. And you might say, but why? She's 40 and she's beautiful. Because they can sleep with 30-year-olds and 25-year-olds and 22-year-olds, and they don't have to get married, and they don't have to settle down, and they don't have to put up with her, and they're getting what they want, which is just sex with pretty women, because they're the 5 and 10%ers. Say it with me, the same thing we say every frickin' week. She says, I have no children, I cook delicious food, I have a big house. Am I really that bad? No, you're not that bad. It's good that she has no children. It's good that she can cook delicious food. It's nice that she has a big house and doesn't need to rely upon you for money. So why is she single? Because the men that want her, she doesn't want. And the men she wants, they don't want her. It's very simple. I'm going to mute this, and you'll see her just crying and wiping her tears, and oh, woe is me. She could find lots of men that would absolutely love to take her out, but that's not the type of men she wants. Then you have this gal. I will be 30 next year, no marriage, no child. I always go to bed with tears. You can find a man. I mean, just look around. There are tons of men that are single, like this dude. Where is he? Like this dude right here. tall, good looking, dresses very nicely. But see, he doesn't want you because you're now 30. And the men that would love to have a woman, she doesn't want. See, until those two things meet up, this is the story you're going to keep seeing. What this is reality hitting home for these women. This is the reality of, oh my gosh, all the men that I've been sleeping with and dating and having fun with, none of them will make an honest woman out of me. But they can't undo what's been done. What would be a good example? Imagine you're a woman from the age of 18 to 30, and all you've eaten is the finest 5-star cuisine. Now, it's prepared for you. It's given to you. You consume it and you enjoy it. But when you'd like more, there's no more left. So you have to find a different chef and a different cuisine. But you get to sample all the cuisine and all the delicious food all throughout society. How exciting. How great. But then when you want a chef that will stay home and cook for just you, you can't find one. Because why would a chef stay at home cooking for you when he can be out becoming famous and making lots of money and being a world famous chef? I know that's a weird kind of allegory or comparison, but I think it makes sense. These women go out and sleep with good looking, tall, successful, well-off men, and then when they want to keep one, they can't because these men that were sleeping with you don't want you as a girlfriend. They don't want you as a wife. They want you as a booty call, and you gave it up. So while they've forgotten you even exist, ladies, you're hooked on like, wow, I want a man like that forever, but no man wanted you forever. And the story repeats because a man that would want her, she's 30, no kids, I would love to marry her. She looks at you and says, you're an electrician. I deserve better than that. You're short. I deserve better. You don't have a six-pack. I deserve better. They say it out of their own mouths over and over again. Same thing with this next one. I'm turning 39, not married, no child, not in a serious relationship. I'm hopeless. Please help me, God. These women were given the gift of youth and fertility and beauty and being very desirable, and then they just throw it away time after time, or they give it to the wrong men for too long, and then when they go, oh my God, I got to settle down. My life is over. Another one, at the age of 39, still single, no children, no house, no car. Dear Lord. So she's not even doing well for herself by herself. Now, normally, if a woman said, hey, I'm 22, I don't have any kids, but I don't own a house, I don't have a car, like I don't really have any money. She meets a 28 or 30-year-old successful man. He says, I'll give you the house. I'll give you the car. What's your body count? 0. Oh, let me put a ring on that. 1 or 2, we're okay, in before damage. But the age of 39 and you're like, I got nothing. And the guy says, okay, why would I choose you? Well, I'm smart and I'm educated. Okay, but you're 39. I can choose a 22-year-old. And for the women that keep saying that's not fair, ladies, would you rather marry a millionaire or would you rather marry someone that doesn't have a job and is broke? If the answer is, well, given all choices, I'd rather have the millionaire. Okay, well, given all choices, the men would rather have someone that's young and has her prettiest and most sexually attractive years ahead of her. If you say that's unfair, okay, then it's unfair that you would rather marry a millionaire than somebody that's poor. That doesn't make any sense. You're trying to be like, oh, well, just because you find that desirable, that's unfair. No, it's unfair to you. And you notice it's not 22 and 23 and 25 and 28-year-old women that are screaming to the high hells that it isn't fair. They laugh it up. We got men wrapped around our fingers. We got this game. Guess what they turn into? They turn into this lady. They turn into this lady because they keep playing the game too long. And then they're like, how dare these men want to go after young women? You were young once. You had your opportunity. You lost it. And don't forget now in the meantime, there's music in the background trying to make you feel all sad and torn up for these ladies after they've made their own beds. She's had 21 years from the age of 18 to find somebody. And you can't? No, you wouldn't. You wouldn't settle, or you kept chasing men that didn't want you. And I'll this will be the second or third to last video here. This is a woman that's realizing it. Okay, now again, whenever I say stuff like, oh, she's pretty or she's attractive or, oh, this is a good looking woman, I get a lot of pushback. Oh, I don't think she's hot. That's not my point. My point is if you plop this girl out in the average public as she looks right now, she's average or better. That's all I'm saying when I say she's good looking. I'm saying you don't glance at her and throw up on your own shoes. There's somebody out there that would say, I would love a girlfriend that looks like this. And there's a problem, though, is number one, she's got attitude. She's got attitude. She's angry and she's bitter. And number two, same thing. How do I keep on with my channel at this point? Seriously. Because it's like, guys, here it is again. And again, here's more. Here's the same shizzle we talk about every week. Same crap. Here it is again. Here it is again. At a certain point, I'd figure like, well, I've heard everything Joker has to say about this. I agree with him. Nothing more to see. Time to move on with my life because all this guy does is repeat the same damn thing. But it's the women out there that are doing the same damn thing over and over again. And then when we point it out, we're the bad guys. So now she's angry that she has to work. And could she find a man to wife her up? Yes. Could she find a man that would pay for her very nice leather interior SUV and to take care of her? Yes. Will she? No. Why? Because that guy's not one she's attracted to. The successful engineer that's 5'9" and maybe a little bit overweight, who works 12 or 14 hours a day so he can have mad money. And so he's not 6 foot tall and going to the gym. He's invisible to her. The women all want the same guy. There's like 5% of them to go around. Oh, I want him tall and good looking and muscular and rich and handsome. And okay, you're competing with 99% of other women. So basically 95% of women are going to lose. What are we looking at here in this video? Another loser. You didn't win the lottery, sweetheart, the perfect man lottery. But they won't settle for any other guy other than that.
Who fought for women to go back to work? Who did it? Because I got a fucking word I want to speak with you. I do not want to work. I'm tired of it. What happened to the girls who get to stay home and cook and clean and that's their job? That is our occupation and they get to just like relax during the day and just make sure everything's good when their husband comes home. That's the job. That is the job. I have never dreamed of a job. Oh, what's your dream job? I dream of not having a job. I dream to not. I just want to beach. I just want to nails and wife and cook and clean and know that everything is paid. I don't want to be doing this.
Okay. So why haven't you found a man yet? Because the men she wants are out banging other girls that look like her. You know, 5%er. Oh, I'm sleeping with this little blonde now, and I'm also sleeping with this blonde right here on the side. And I have lots of action. Why would I get married? The courts will destroy me. What do I get out of marriage? Honestly, what do I get out of marriage? Most guys would say a family. Okay, she didn't mention anything about wanting to be a mom. She didn't mention anything about wanting kids. No, she wants to be a stay-at-home wife, I guess, trophy wife that gets money and has a life of luxury while her husband goes out and works hard, and then he comes home and he's handsome and like the cover of a 80s romance novel, sleeps with her, and then lets her do whatever she wants. She's really wanting socialism is what she wants. I want free stuff. This isn't coming from a place of I want to find a man to love. I want to find and have a family. And I want to have a home, and I want to have that close-knit. No, this is coming from give me stuff. I don't want to work. Just give me free stuff. I don't even necessarily have to love him. I just want him to buy me stuff and let me do whatever I want all the time. This is narcissistic and shallow. And that's how many women are today. She's really not coming at this from a place of, I want a man to love and I want to be happy. It's, I don't want to work anymore. Give me my crap for free. Please, husband. And then she either marries the guy that she'll, I don't know, give it up once a month to keep him happy and shut up because he's not the man she's attracted to. In the meantime, she's sleeping with a guy she goes to the gym with on the side. Or she's sleeping with dude bro that's like Chad Thunderstroke and giving it to her, but he's like, I'm never getting married. I'm never settling down. I mean, we can hook up and have fun and stuff, but you're not really my girlfriend. That's her choices. And it's her choice. It's not that she's making a mistake. It's her choice. She's chosen the unobtainable man over an average guy, a guy that would love her. And look, same thing. Of course, now this one has 50 pounds of makeup, but her bone structure is good. She's not fat. And she's sitting here sipping an $8 cup of coffee. And you know what she's bitching about? Not being able to afford an $8 cup of coffee as she sits there drinking the $8 cup of coffee. This embodies exactly what I'm talking about. Although we're talking coffee instead of men, this is the same attitude. It's the same exact thing.
So as I'm sitting here sipping this $8 coffee, I'm just wondering if I'm the only girl living in delulu land. Because I cannot afford this $8 coffee. I honestly can't afford shit. I can't afford my car, my house, groceries. I mean, like, how can this coffee be $8 when minimum wage is literally like $8? So excuse me while I just continue to live in delulu land. While I continue to get my coffees I can't afford because I'm going to continue to live and dig myself deeper and deeper and deeper into a gigantic financial hole because it costs too much to fucking live. Thanks for coming to my TED Talk. Bye.
This is the entitlement. This is exactly what I'm talking about. I can't afford this coffee. I can't afford it. I shouldn't have to pay $8 for this coffee. This is outrageous. While she's drinking the $8 coffee. Why did she spend the money on the $8 coffee? Because I'm going to live. I'm going to have what I want, even if it financially ruins me. I'm going to have this coffee just because I want to. Even if I can't afford my car and my house and my rent and whatever, I'm going to keep. Have I taken my car to the dealership to look if I could trade it in and maybe find a little bit older model and maybe do a swap to where they take this car off my hands and will take a lot of what I owe on it? And in the meantime, I get a very used car that's worth, I don't know, 5 or 10 grand if they even exist anymore, and drive that, and my car payment goes to $100 a month. Well, hell no, I wouldn't be caught dead in a car like that as I drink my $8 coffee. I have a 2-bedroom studio because or a 2-bedroom apartment because I need one for me to sleep in, but I also need my art studio because I'm very artsy and whatever. Yes, I could step down to a studio, but who's going to do that? Because I want an art studio in my apartment as I drink my $8 coffee. I want a good man. I want a man to love me and marry me and support me. But he's got to look like Chad Thunderstroke, 6 foot tall, all the things. Well, I know those men don't want to get married because they don't need to, but they just need to understand how awesome a woman I am and how lucky they would have me as she drinks her $8 coffee. This is the narcissistic, selfish attitude that women have towards dating today. And the men that are standing around saying, hi, I'm successful, you're too short. I'm successful, you're too fat. I'm successful, yeah, but you don't have a degree. I don't care that you own your own welding business and make $140,000 a year, because I make that. And on top of that, I have a degree, so I'm smarter than you. Or you don't vote the right way. Or you don't support the things that I support. So screw off. And then at the end of all this, the mouth breathers at Daily Wire want to come around and say, guys, just get married. Would you get married to this? Oh, well, just, I've been married. I met my wife 10 years ago. I mean, Ben Shapiro, I think, has 4 children. And I think, and his wife's a doctor. And on top of that, they're both very religious. And they met 10 plus years ago, probably. Same thing with Matt Walsh. Probably the same thing with Michael Knowles. Probably Andrew Klavan's, I think, in his late 60s. He probably met his wife like 35 or 40 years ago. A lot has changed in 10 years. And when I mean a lot, I mean a lot. A lot has even changed in the last 5 or 6 years because I was in the dating market. I've been in the dating market for the last decade. And it has changed 100-fold even for me. I was in good shape. You know, I'm probably, 20 or 30 pounds away from my ideal weight. So yeah, I've gained a couple pounds, mostly because I'm not in the dating market and I'm busy. That's not really an excuse, but it makes me sleep better at night. Truth is, I should eat better and hit the gym. But I also know I'm not really trying to attract any women, and I got crap going on I'd rather do at the moment. It's no excuse, but that's where I am, honestly. But the truth is that I was in really good shape, and I traveled, and I did well on dating apps. I did well in the dating market. And then I think it was in 2018, 2017, somewhere around there. I'd have to look it up exactly. I packed my bags and my happy butt traveled around the world, hitchhiking, backpacking, busing, and jumping on some puddle jumpers, some short flights to go around the world, 18 months. And when I got back, I was like, holy crap, what has happened to the dating market? I left the United States for 18 months. And when I came back, I still had the dating apps. I used it when I was traveling around the world to meet up with women. I had Tinder. It was working well. Before I left on Tinder, I found lots of girlfriends on there. We'd go on a few dates. Everything seemed to work well. We'd end up dating for a while. I didn't really use it for the hookup type culture, but I did well as far as when it comes to dating. I met girls that I dated for a few months here, several months there. And then when I came back, nothing. I opened the app. I'm living in the same town I lived in before. Same number of people, same app, same face. Matter of fact, I was in better shape when I came back than before I started traveling. And I got nothing on the apps. In 18 months, it was dead. I didn't change that much. What changed? Society, women, dating, entitlement, narcissism. These are the women that say, well, I have 50 or 60 matches on a dating app. Why would I go out with you, whoever you are? And that guy's like, I'd be a good boyfriend. I'd like a girlfriend. I'd like to go. I don't look at these hot guys. They all want me too. The difference is they just get slept with and dumped. They get pumped and dumped. Only when it's time to settle down. Only when it's time to, oh my goodness, I have children, or I'm 20 with 3 kids, or I've got a body count of 60, and it's time to get serious. It's too late. It's too late. And I'll leave it with this summary right here. This dude says, he shares a screenshot. He's like, I got ghosted on a date like a week ago. She hits me up today with one of the worst messages I've ever received from anyone in my life. This is on Snapchat. So she blew him off, ghosted him on a date, and then he opens Snapchat to this conversation. She says, kind of a weird question for you. Now, why he's still talking to her after he got ghosted, I don't know. Probably because he's an idiot, or he's desperate, or he's weak. Whatever it is, it's not good. Stop it. But he answers her. All right, I'll try to think of a weird answer. She says, so if I hosted a bachelor night and had a bunch of guys over and you each had 5 minutes to chat with me, and at the end of the night, I pick one of you and everyone else gets eliminated, would you be interested? I could make some brownies and snacks. I will get drinks and a little bit of the Mary Jane, a little bit of the ganja, and we could play games. And you could meet some of the other dudes, maybe make some friends, maybe end up with me. This girl thinks her life is a game show where she gets to choose the best of all the men. But instead of going on a date and selecting the men, she wants them all in a room to try to convince her to date them. This is the penultimate of narcissism. And she sells it by getting snacks, and maybe you could make some other friends with the other dudes that also I've gone on dates with and or have slept with and or that you're competing with. Huh? What? Yes, this is dating. He says, that sounds fun, but I think I'd pass. My answer, if I had for some reason even replied to her in the first place, is you sound insane. Please get some therapy. What's it all boiled down to? Daily Wire, ironically, Candace Owens has said that she wants to debate Just Pearly Things, Pearl from Just Pearly Things. They want to debate on the topic of why men shouldn't get married and why Pearl is telling men that they shouldn't get married and why women should not expect much from men, etc. And I posted this on Twitter today. How is it that Candace Owens, a woman, wants to debate Pearl from Just Pearly Things, a woman, on the topic of why men shouldn't and or don't want to get married? This is one of the things that I said was problematic with Pearl. I like Pearl. I think what she's doing is fine. She's coming at it from I've read a lot of other content creators and maybe read some books, and here's my thoughts on it. She hasn't been married or divorced. She doesn't know what it's like to be a man in the dating market. She doesn't know what it's like to be a man, period. She doesn't know this stuff firsthand. It's nice to have a woman sharing the message because it does reach further than men's channels and men complaining about it, because now it's like, oh, wow, even a woman thinks women are crazy. That's all fine. But now you've got a woman debating another woman about a men's issue, and the men aren't even involved. They're not even involved in saying, here's why I think things are problematic. That's where we are now. Men are not even involved in the topic of why men aren't dating. It's insanity. It's insanity. And it's why I get so frustrated and I'm just so dumbfounded on how we got here in society, where men over and over and over telling women why we don't want to date you and why it's problematic, and women are going, yeah, but shut up. Okay, we're just telling you. And then now women are debating why men aren't getting married with each other instead of talking to a guy and actually hearing firsthand a man's experience in this world. You can't make it up. It's clown world. It is clown world. It's insane. And that's where we are. I'm going to leave it there. Guys, if you enjoy my work, tomorrow night is Saturday night at the movies. Every weekend, I stream a couple movies. I put on the closed caption so that you can see what's going on and read the text. And we just make fun of the movie, or we riff about current topics in the news. It's for supporters. It's a thank you to all the supporters over on betterbachelor.locals.com. I hope you come over and check it out. Maybe become a supporter today. It is $5. It is $5 a month, which is, ironically, less. It's almost half of what this woman's coffee. If she can buy an $8 cup of coffee that she can't afford, I hope that you can afford $5 for me to continue to do the crazy content that I do, even though YouTube probably hates me. We'll see you in the next one.